Hello, Tom.
Hi.
We continue our series of English lessons, Speak Like President. And today the first word is repercussion.
Oh, it should not cause a war, but there should be repercussions. We need to send a message to terrorists that there's going to be a price to pay.
Right. Repercussion is a negative event that happens after you do something or something is done. A percussion musical instrument is one where something gets hit. So, for example, a drum or piano, those are percussion instruments. So repercussion is basically a hit that comes from doing something. For example, if someone gets fired, will there be any negative repercussions from firing this person? And sometimes there is.
Yeah,
If
so repercussion means a negative consequence.
A negative consequence if something if someone is powerful enough.
With the United States and kill our citizens, there will be a serious price to pay.
Now, are you talking about retaliation or due process of law?
Retaliation is similar to revenge. Tally means to make a mark. So people typically keep count of negative things that someone might have done to them, and then they have to do equally negative things back to the person who did it to them. So, for example, if somebody didn't clean the coffee pot after they drank the last cup of coffee, then the other office workers might try to figure out some way of retaliating against that person so they remember to clean the coffee pot the next time.
But oftentimes retaliate used for groups of people. For example, gangs can retaliate, and also countries can retaliate another country if they have a war conflict.
That's right.
Time.
And then oftentimes there's a general or unspoken agreement to try to minimize the actual amount of damage that gets caused. So people don't want to engage in overkill. They don't want to do too much more than what was done for them. But what they want to do is have the revenge be roughly the same level as what was done to them.
When spies are caught in one country and deported to another one, then the other country will immediately do the same. So they will follow with retaliation.
Exactly. They also do this in trade as well. I believe Russia just cut off imports of American chickens. Mm-hmm. So now we have our trade people and trying to figure out something from Russia that we can cut off.
So you said even in this book that you have zero desire to return to the limelight, yet you're sitting here on the Oprah show.
Here I am,
yeah.
Limelight refers to a light in a theater, on a stage, where the actor is in the limelight or in the spotlight. And then a limelight originally was from the 19th century. It actually burned lime. Now it just refers to a very strong light. Usually it's a positive thing. You can say a celebrity is in the limelight, so all the attention is focused on them. And it's similar to the idea of a spotlight, but a spotlight can be more negative.
So in the center of attention or in the focus.
Exactly.
In the limelight.
I have zero desire
to return to the limelight.
And to criticize my successor.
Yeah, because you've been there and you know what it's like.
Yeah.
A successor is someone who follows someone else in an office. For example, Barack Obama is the successor to George Bush as President of the United States. John Kerry is the successor to Hillary Clinton.
And the verb is to succeed, right?
To succeed, yes.
You can say Obama succeeded.
Exactly. And it sounds like the idea of succeed as in become successful. And the idea is the same, where one thing follows something else. And then the person that comes before is the predecessor.
So to succeed has another meaning, to be successful. You can say we succeeded in raising revenues by 25%.
Exactly. And the sound of the word, I think, is the same. There might be a slight difference between them, but more or less they sound the same.
Me, I do believe you ought to treat people the way you'd like to be treated yourself.
Yes.
And so you're not going to see me out there chirping away. And I want our president to succeed. I love our country.
A chirp refers to a bird. So birds chirp, they sort of go burp, 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 like that. So chirp away means basically to talk like a bird. So generally it would be conversation that did not have much consequence or much meaning to it.
So let me make sure I got it right. So the bird goes like this. Tup, tup, tup.
Sort of like that, right. That would be a chirp.
Okay, and another way of saying this is to chirp away or to, what is it, blabber away?
You can say blabber, or you can also say blather, or talk on and on. There's another meaning of chirp, too, because it's basically the same idea, but a chirp is also a very short sound. So if something is going on that's very secret, and you don't want other people to find out about it, if someone chirps, that means they say something that reveals the secret of what it is that they're doing.
Spills the beans.
Spills the beans, right. So the boss may say, I don't want anybody to chirp about what happened. Or let's say the news media finds out about the new product, and they say, how did they find out? And you would say, well, somebody chirped. Somebody told them what it was we were doing.
So if that boss looked at our list, our word list that we covered today, he will say, I don't want anyone to chirp a word about this because there will be repercussions. I will retaliate, guys. Make no mistake about it.
Exactly. And then you also, in the criminal world, they talk about singing like a canary, which is a bird, or a stool pigeon. That's also somebody that talks. Those refer to basically criminals that talk to the police when they should have kept their mouths shut.
They will end up by
getting taken for a ride, right?
So that's all for today. And Tom is ESL tutor. He teaches English in the United States and also all over the world using Skype. And you can be reached at your website, which is
ESL-fullspeedahead.com.